Understand this carefully. In Kemet, REN was never just a name. REN operated on multiple levels at once. REN was the name by which something was identified. REN was the legacy by which something was remembered. REN was the ritual by which something was continually reinforced through repetition. To alter a REN was never a small act. To alter a REN was to alter identity, memory, perception, and transmission. This is why the ancients treated naming with such seriousness. They understood that what people repeatedly call a thing eventually becomes what people believe that thing to be. So when people casually say Egypt instead of Kemet, or God instead of Neter, they often fail to understand what is actually happening. This is not merely a translation issue. This is a REN issue. The original civilization called itself Kemet. The original people had names for their cosmology. They had names for their principles. They had names for their sciences. They had names for their philosophies. Yet later cultures arrived and renamed nearly everything. Kemet became Egypt. Neter became God. Medu-Neter became hieroglyphics. The original framework was slowly filtered through foreign assumptions until people no longer saw Kemet through Kemetic eyes. They saw Kemet through European eyes. This is what many people fail to understand about Egyptology. Egyptology is not simply the study of Kemet. Egyptology is largely the study of Kemet through a European framework. The names were changed, the categories were changed, the assumptions were changed, the worldview was changed. Then the modified version was presented back to the world as if it were the original. This process is often called whitewashing, but at its core, it is something even more fundamental. It is the replacement of a civilization's REN. Think about what happened. A civilization that studied existence for more than 3,000 years was eventually explained to the world through the language of people who inherited only fragments of what they encountered. Then the fragments became the official story. The students became the authorities. The borrowers became the philosophers. The translators became the owners of the narrative. The ancients understood that if you control the REN, you control the memory. If you control the memory, you control the legacy. If you control the legacy, you control the future interpretation of the knowledge itself. This is why understanding REN is so important. A people can lose land and recover it. A people can lose wealth and rebuild it. But when a people lose the names attached to their reality, they begin seeing themselves through the eyes of others. They begin speaking another civilization's worldview without realizing it. So ask yourself, why was Kemet renamed? Why were the Neteru renamed? Why were the concepts renamed? Why was the original vocabulary considered insufficient? Who benefited from the replacement? These questions matter because every replacement carries a worldview. Be mindful of rituals as well. Many people think ritual only means ceremony. Ritual is repetition. Ritual is what you say repeatedly. Ritual is what you think repeatedly. Ritual is what you teach repeatedly. Ritual is what shapes perception over time. Every repeated word is a ritual. Every inherited phrase is a ritual. Every unquestioned definition is a ritual. The ancients knew that language is never neutral. Language directs attention. Attention shapes perception. Perception shapes behavior. Behavior creates reality. Therefore, protect the REN. Protect the legacy. Protect the ritual. Call things by the names that accurately describe them. Study before repeating. Observe before believing. And remember, the first conquest of a people is often not their land. It is their language. The first theft is often not their gold. It is their REN. Ashe.